looks so good, Mom.
Nothing a big old kiss from you won't fix.
Thank you, Warner Brothers Pictures, for preparing me for a bloodbath with a sneak preview of Evil Dead Rise. Fight for your survival with Evil Dead, opening in theaters April 21st. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Horror Queen Film Reviews, Episode 7. I am here with my special guest.
Hi, Naima Jackson.
We are headed to see a special advanced screening of The Evil Dead Rise, opening in theaters April 21st, which is also my birthday. I am so grateful to have been given this opportunity to come see it 3 days before it releases in theaters. We just got here to the Santikos Casablanca movie theater here in San Antonio, Texas. We're gonna go inside and scare some of these civilians, because we're obviously deadites. And y'all better behave because I got an eye on you.
I got two.
We are in a special line for reserved seating.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to count you down. You're just going to look like there's a peephole in front of you. Look through that peephole. What is going on? Oh my gosh.
What she said to me. Open up now.
You don't look so good, Mom.
Nothing a big old kiss from you won't fix.
Action! Start choking! Choke!
We just sat down. We got some really great seats. Looks like all of the Evil Dead fans are here as well.
We're in the Evil Dead section. I feel like if I'm somehow a part of the movie, which is great, okay. But other than that, I am super scared. I'm ready to hopefully not be able to sleep tonight when I get out of here, because that's the vibe I'm getting from the situation. But it does help to manifest the scary and be a part of it. To be like this, like it's kind of like, okay, I'm already dead, so it doesn't matter.
I love the 2013 version with Jane Levy. I thought she was sickening, and you know, the whole manifestation of her evil spirit coming out of hell and coming and just trying to get her, just trying to take her back to where she belonged in hell.
And everybody she was with.
Yeah. Everybody got the worst fates ever.
It was just as spooky as the original. It had nothing to do with the original, except it took place in the same, like, cabin, woodsy area. It was very spooky and crazy for me.
And you're more of a fan of the originals, though, right?
Yeah.
With Bruce Campbell?
Yeah, handsome gentleman he is. The demon started to portray and mess with his mind and make him think that she was good, to unleash her, and then eventually he had to kill her. It was...
The Deadites are very manipulative. They use your fears against you. They use love against you as well. They pretend that they're still human, but they're really not. And they're masters of impersonation. We love the Deadites so much. We came as Deadites too. The Evil Dead Rise, this version is actually produced by Bruce Campbell as well. And that's like really awesome to like
It's
all
full
these years
circle.
later. Yeah, it's all full circle. What is your getup inspired by?
It's inspired by 80s horror and like the bimbo girl, and then she gets killed like super crazy with a whole VHS tape in the cranium.
And I was going for, you know, your typical suburban desperate housewife. I was cooking and I got a little bit of burns, and then, you know, my husband came in, you know, from working in the shed outside, and then he started blasting me with some the nail gun.
You know, when you die, you gotta die good.
And we definitely died good. All right, y'all, we'll check back in after the film.
Thank you.
The movie finished and we're not possessed anymore, and we're back to our normal, you know,
Regular housewife stuff.
regular housewives.
International housewife stuff.
Yeah, the curse has been lifted.
Right that. But I didn't have to get dismembered.
We're gonna get into the movie review in just a second. Oh, I didn't even see you there. Welcome back to Horror Queen Film Reviews, Episode 7, where we reviewed The Evil Dead Rise with my special guest,
Naima Jackson.
Let's get into it, honey. We just finished watching The Evil Dead Rise. It was absolutely terrifying.
They was talking about how they don't have scary movies anymore. This one was literally scary. Start to finish.
From start to finish, yeah. Like right within the first 5 minutes of the film, someone's head is being completely ripped off. The hair and all, the little braid. They got the little girl by the little braid and they swung it around and they took off her flesh.
She got dragged.
She literally got dragged.
And then it just kept going after that. It was written and directed in such a way that the movies that have been coming out so far have been just like real quick to the like crazy, real quick to the story, no like actual dragging out. Let us get the drama so we can get into it and then get scared. This one gave us that.
The Evil Dead Rise was directed by Lee Cronin and it was executive produced by Bruce Campbell, who
Sexy Man was in the first one and he knew exactly what needed to be done because in my opinion, he brought the heat back to the franchise. Like literally the rise of the Evil Dead child.
But then it's kind of expected too because he was there from the very beginning with Sam Raimi. You know what kind of excites me? The way the film Evil Dead Rise left off. It left off with a really big cliffhanger because, the way it was shot with the ending as the beginning, and then it ends, and then it ties back to the beginning. So basically, kind of like a cliffhanger. Like if the third one is going to be almost like derived from the same style of Army of Darkness, where the whole world almost turns into the Evil Dead.
Because it's open to that explanation. Like it's a spirit that can just jump into a body at any time. What I'm hoping for in the next sequence of these franchise is that they bring us back to the beginning of this one where the priest found the scroll or whatever it was that he decided to read off of the book, and how he determined that dismembering the body would be the only way to like fully make the spirit.
Get rid of it, right?
Yeah.
Like almost like a prequel.
Yes.
Like something like that.
I want to see
well,
that.
check this out. So in the Army of Darkness, it reveals that there are 3 books. And one of the books was in the 2013 Evil Dead. That's the book that they found in the cellar.
Right.
The other book is the one from the original Evil Dead.
Okay.
And then the third book is going to be this one that's in this film with the teeth.
Yes. The Book of the Dead.
The Book of the Dead in this film it had teeth and it was disgusting. It was like
And it can only be operated by human blood. It gave me everything I needed to get what you expect witchcraft and things like that to be, like a drop of blood and a dead man's toe. That's what helped me stay interested and be scared, because you can be afraid of that. You can be afraid of spirits and things like that because they are real. Jason Voorhees, although he scares me still, he ain't real. But I still have dreams about it.
Yeah, this was very believable. We have some special goodie bags.
Yes, we have a swag bag and some goodies that they gave us at the end of the movie.
This is our Evil Dead Rise boxes. And it says only in theaters April 21st. And it says the chant as well that we're not going to repeat because we don't want to get possessed again. Why would they do that? This is the true evil situation. If I say this again, my eyeball's going to pop out and Naima's going to have glass in her face again. And we're not trying to do that. So how do you open it? You have to read the enchantment. Okay, I don't want to like break it. Why did they make this the hardest thing in the world to open? It's like well done. Okay, so I think you have to push it on the outside. Down here. I don't know how to open this. Here, open it. At the chime. Nobody has this. You're gonna get double possessed. Naima was the chosen one. Okay. So we're about to open it. Has a mama. Oh, that's so cute. Look it. That's a cheese grater. It's a cheese grater. Some band-aids. If you watch the movie, this will make sense. In case you get sick. Why is there vapor in here? It's the smallest little cheese grater that makes the smallest cheese. I'm down for that. Little quesadillas. And some vapor rub. I wonder what's up with the vapor rub. Is it because vapor rub? They gave us vapor rub, some band-aids, and a cheese grater. I'm not gonna complain because I love a little gift, even though, I'm gonna go home and try to make the smallest little cheese out of this and grate the smallest cheese. You wanna make a little quesadilla? Yeah, no, a mini quesadilla. I do have to say that was one of the most squeamish parts of the film. Never in my life have I seen a scene of that nature. Yeah. So kudos to y'all. Y'all did that. I will never see a cheese grater again the same, and it definitely looked like it was painful.
So many jump scares. I was screaming
3 times. At the literally, okay, not the beginning, but like 20 minutes into it, they got me again, and that was the big jump scare that I screamed so loud that everybody next to me was like, they jumped too, because I was literally scared. I was doing this. And then, like, after I thought it was okay to not do this, I went like that, and then it got me.
Yeah, you let your guard down, and then that's when something pops back up.
Which I love I'm supposed to be scared. I want to be scared when I go to a scary movie.
What I do want to comment on was how great the practical effects were. The ultimate finished mother monster that they showed, I was not expecting that.
No,
That
it's so different.
Yeah, that completely caught me off guard. It's nothing that I've seen in a previous Evil Dead film, which was very exciting to me, the route that they were taking.
The demon they chose and the manifestation of it and everything, yeah.
It was great. It was a great time. I rate it a 9 out of 10, only because I wanted to see more. That's really the only reason why. It was a great story from start to finish. They went right into it from the very beginning. So there's not really parts that are boring. The film does not bore you. It's exciting from start to finish. But I'd only give it a 9 out of 10 because I felt like I wanted to see another hour of it. I wanted it just to continue into whatever they were gonna make as a follow-up to that.
And don't get it twisted. It wasn't like it wasn't enough. And I don't want to not give it a 10 to take anything away from it. But literally, I agree with Ms. Taint. Not that I needed anything more because I was terrified.
We got our cookies for this.
If there would have been more, I would have probably pissed my pants because it was that scary, and
It was really terrifying.
I would have been really scared leaving and having to go home by myself. Like, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 as well. But literally, y'all did the best job. I have not been to a scary movie this scary. Even Scream 6. Sorry about it, Scream. Y'all were good, but this one got y'all.
They had references to The Shining with Jack Nicholson. It was really crazy to see that amount of blood in a horror film.
I always like the blood. They both look good in the blood.
They did.
You know, it brought me back to the first one. It was very that.
And you know what kind of like instilled a lot of fear in me was the fact that there was children involved. The children were
The cast was
possessed.
young.
The cast was young. This film does not take place in the original cabin or the woods like we're expected an Evil Dead film to take place in. It took place in a
Apartment
city
complex that was
complex.
about to be torn down. It had history in the city. When you watch the movie, you'll see the story of why it's important and where it was at and why that location was so specific. It's a lot harder to escape. In the other movies, it was easier to think about escape because it was just a door separating you from the woods, and then you could just get lost and killed in the woods. This apartment complex, they made it completely different. There was really no escape. Because you're supposed to feel safe in your home.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, you can't feel safe in your home, you have no idea what's going on. Everything's out the window.
Well, just to know that this demon not only lives in the woods anymore, it's going into the city, and the city is full of population. So that just leads us to believe that there's going to be hella possessed deadites in the next film. We highly suggest going to go watch it. It was a really great film. Thank you, Warner Brothers, for preparing us for a bloodbath with a sneak peek of Evil Dead Rise. Fight for your survival with Evil Dead, opening in theaters April 21st. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to episode 7 of Horror Queen Film Reviews. Rot in hell, fuckers!